Showing you how to make monster corn. This is just what I call making popcorn special. So here's the supplies that you're going to need. A little bit of butter, whatever marshmallow puffs you want to use. I recommend kind of going with this medium size or smaller. You can get some candy corn and then some chocolate. So I've already cut a piece of milk chocolate from Baker's Bark as well as a piece of white chocolate. Then you're going to need a small pan pot thingy like this. That's where you're going to be stirring in your chocolate, your butter, your marshmallows. That you just add in later. I mean, you can try to cook it at the same time. So in here, you're just going to put down a couple of kernels just so that they can pop, and then you can use whatever butter you want to use. So we are using a new kind right now that's called ghee. I don't know where my husband stuck it. So your oil is going to be either popcorn oil or whatever. You just line the bottom of the pan with a thin coat. And then whatever your seasoning is going to be for your popcorn, it's like 1/4 of a teaspoon or tablespoon. And so that's what goes into that. Then you shake the pan around so that the flavor gets on all the kernels. And you just let it pop. And every once in a while, you got to keep doing the stirry thing so that nothing burns. So as that is going, you will go ahead and you will start your melting process. So this is the special kind of butter. We've never actually used this before. Normally, we just use the regular popcorn butter. But I'm going to go ahead and get started with this process here. Okay, so I've got some butter in here. It's going to melt down a little bit, and that's going to keep the marshmallows from hardening on the bottom and getting stuck. And then we will also put in the chocolate as well. The chocolate is in, so I'm just going to wait for that to melt down a little bit, and then we will add marshmallows because the chocolate is going to take the longest to melt. Now that the chocolate has been melted down and it's all saucy, and you can use whatever chocolate you want. I just used a little bit of milk chocolate and a little bit of white chocolate. Stirred it together, and now it is ready for the marshmallows. Well, I wanted a cool tape, but that's not going to work. I'm going to have to use my hands, y'all. You do want to consider how much popcorn you're actually making, because if you're not making that much popcorn, then you don't need that much of this extra stuff, because you're going to be stirring this over your popcorn. So you kind of just need like a little handful. This was like half a handful, so I will probably add a little bit more to this mixture, but just of the marshmallows. So here is all the marshmallows in here, and I've got to continually stir so that nothing burns, because it is so easy. If you let this sit, it's going to burn. But I'm going to wait until the marshmallows get super light and gooey and mix in with the chocolate. And then if the popcorn is not done, I can lower the temperature and keep stirring until it is. Now that it's mostly melted, I've moved it down to low. And my husband did his batch of popcorn first. So this does take some time. My popcorn just got started a minute ago. So it is popping. So I'm just stirring the pot. And it might look like a lot, but it's not that thick. It's not that thick. But this is going to make a crap ton of popcorn, you're going to see. If you were doing it for a really small batch, this would be absolutely sickening. Pop, pop, pop. So now I'm going to layer the popcorn. So I'm going to put a little bit in here, and then I'm going to drizzle this. Now I normally do 1/4 cup of the popcorn kernels, but my husband did a whole cup. So that's why you can see, you don't see a lot of the chocolate stuff on the top. So what you can do if that happens is just get out a regular cup, put your butter, your chocolate, and your marshmallows in there. This is going to be very burnt and disgusting, but we're going to do it anyway. throw it in the microwave for a minute. You're gonna have to be careful to monitor it because the marshmallows will bubble up over the sides. So you're gonna have to probably take it out after 30 seconds and stir. And when it's done, you get to pour it over. Now this will shrink up some of the popcorn kernels, which is why you want to layer and not necessarily do this instead of the other way that we did it. But as you can see, it winds up being super pretty with all the chocolate. You have this really nice looking cup that needs to be rinsed out. Then you can take some cinnamon sugar if you want. This is not necessary, but this will get all those pieces that aren't covered by anything other than just the plain stuff. So you can just sprinkle it on. This will get in between the cracks and the crannies to flavor up your monster corn. And then, what is monster corn without candy corn? So I haven't tried it with candy corn before, but I'm sure it'll be good. So we're just gonna add a little candy corn. It doesn't want to come out of my little holes. Now that I've got the bag open better, we can layer our candy corn on the top. And these little candy corns are going to wind up falling as you eat. So it doesn't really matter that they were not layered in between. But there you go. There's your monster corn. And then if you want to have something like cookies with it, you can have some of the no-bake cookies is what I would suggest. But this is plenty. All I had today was lunch, and I even had mostly leftovers for that. So this is probably going to be my big meal. Because I don't think I'm going to be hungry for my leftovers. But yeah, so I'm going to go eat this. And the live show for the Frankenstein movie is going to be happening in 40 minutes. So super excited. Of course, y'all are seeing this after the fact, but that's what I'm going to be doing with this. So hope you enjoy.